Hello, today I'm gonna make lemon bars. It's one of my favorite desserts, but today I'm gonna swap out all the sugar and flour and butter for detox dessert swaps to make this a pretty healthy treat. And I'm gonna give some to a friend of mine that loves treats, but also really appreciates a healthy lifestyle. So just like her, I am just obsessed with these products, making my favorite baked goods, but guilt-free. It's like nothing is better than that. This is totally not paid. I am just a lover of detox desserts and their swaps. The doctor that created it is local here to Arizona, and I just want to get the word out. Or I'm just sharing my excitement about them. Okay, so to start, I'm gonna use my all-time favorite lemon bar recipe. So if you don't have any swaps and you just wanna make it the normal way, do what I do, but use your normal sugar and normal flour. So to make the beginning, or the crumb bottom, crust, I guess we can call it, and I'm halving the normal recipe because I'm only gonna make a little bit for my friend and I. So I'm gonna start out with 1 cup of flour, and I'm gonna be using the whole grain flour swap by Detox Desserts, and just 1 cup. They do have a grain-free flour as well. Okay, 1 cup. I don't have my knife. Let me get it because I'm gonna be anal. Okay, I have to have it perfect. There we go. All right, 1 cup of flour to start, and 1/3 cup of powdered sugar. I'm gonna use the powdered sugar swap. So it is 0 calories, 0 carbs, just good sugar. Just good sugar. Okay, 1/3 a cup. These are tried and true, with normal ingredients. And I'm gonna be honest, this is the first time I've done it with swaps. So I'm just as excited to give it a try. Okay, 1/3. All right, and then we're gonna add the salt, and I have Himalayan sea salt, and my recipe calls for 1/2 teaspoon, so I'm gonna use 1/4 teaspoon of Himalayan sea salt. Too close. 1/4 teaspoon. And I have the zest of 2 lemons. My recipe, I use 3 lemon zest. I'm thinking a little bit extra is just fine. I think it'll be that much better. So I'm gonna get this in here, and I'm gonna try to stir this in and kind of get it together. I have put it in this stuff in a food processor with the zest to really get it in there, but I've also just stirred it in myself, and it's turned out just fine. In my opinion, that would be 1 less thing to clean, and I'm all about that. One way to get that zest in is a pastry tool here, and just kind of cut in that zest into the flour and that powdered sugar. Okay, and that really is all it took. Okay, and it kind of breaks up that powdered sugar. It's looking and smelling phenomenal. Okay, and what else are we gonna add to the bottom here? Vanilla and our butter. Okay, okay, so I'm gonna do 1/2 teaspoon because I usually do a full. So half a teaspoon of vanilla bean paste. I enjoy the paste because it has the little vanilla bean seeds. And honestly, doesn't it just elevate the look of any dessert, having those little vanilla bean seeds? You feel like extra fancy. It might just be me. Okay, and then butter. Okay, just 1 second, let me go grab the butter swap. Okay, I have the butter swap here instead of normal butter. So for normal butter, you want 12 tablespoons. So I'm gonna use 6 tablespoons because it's a 1-to-1 ratio of this butter swap that smells phenomenal. It smells like sweet almond butter, honestly, and it does have almonds in it. Almonds, extra virgin olive oil, Himalayan sea salt, stevia, and natural flavors. Okay, so let's count out 6 in here. 1, it's like a great caramely consistency, thinner than caramel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I honestly probably should do the measurements in cups because I bet you that's like 1/4 a cup and 2 tablespoons. Actually, I think it is. That would be way faster. 1/4 a cup and 2 tablespoons. Do that. Okay, I'm gonna get this mixed together, and this is what we're gonna press into the bottom of our dish. So typically I use a 9x13, but today I'm gonna use my smaller one that I don't even have a measurement for. I'm gonna use that pastry cutter again to combine all of this. It's gonna, if it needs a little bit more of that butter swap to combine, that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm thinking it will. And I can also, a good trick with these swaps is to add a tablespoon or so at a time of water. So I might do that as well. It's fun, these swaps act a little bit different, obviously, in ingredients. So playing around, if it's not on the Detox Desserts website, for the exact amounts and like recipes, you do have to play around with it to kind of do what you're wanting it to do. Okay, let me get a bottle of water. It's almost there. It's kind of, you know, turning into a dough ball. And if anyone's ever tried Detox Desserts, please comment and tell us what you make with them. Woo! Because they're just so, I know that they're well loved. I do. Okay, yeah, the water is gonna do the trick for us. I'm gonna stick this in the pan and then into the oven at 350 degrees. I'm gonna check it at 15 minutes and just see. I want it to be golden brown and perfect. Okay, I transferred it into the pan I'm gonna use. Even though it has the butter swap, I greased mine with actual butter because I don't know how it's gonna react as far as sticking goes, and I didn't put any parchment paper down first. So this looks great and it smells amazing with that lemon zest in it. It's gonna be like a wonderful little cookie, and it's pretty thick, so it'll be a great crust in this small dish, doing half a batch. All right, let's pop this in the oven and check it in 15 minutes. Okay, the next part is super fast. Actually, isn't this whole recipe pretty fast? I mean, it really kind of is. Okay, so the next is your sugar. I'm using the Sugar Swap, but if you aren't, just use normal sugar. And it calls for 3 cups, so I just need 1.5 cups. And it's great that these are just 1-to-1 swaps, right? 1.5 cups. Okay. And then I'm gonna do lemon juice. So from those 2 lemons, I zested, I juiced them, and they came out to almost exactly 1/2 cup. I need, for the full recipe, I need 1 cup. So I usually, whatever I don't get, I add this organic lemon juice I get from Costco. And this is like almost exactly like a splash more, and I'm gonna put in the splash more. Okay, and that goes in with the sugar. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, and then also we are going to add the last of our flour. So 1/2 cup of flour. And there I am using the whole grain flour swap again. 1/2 cup of flour. I'm gonna stir this together, and then my recipe for the full recipe calls for 8 eggs. I'm gonna use 4. Detox Desserts does have egg swap, and it's wonderful in their recipes. I haven't attempted it in my own recipes yet, so because it acts a little bit different as far as the liquid goes. The egg swaps are great. They are 50%, they have 50% more protein in it than an egg. No cholesterol. So it's a great swap, especially people that can't do egg. I mean, that's amazing. I should try it out soon with my own recipe and see how it does. But I use them when I'm using Detox Desserts recipes for sure. Okay, let's get the 4 eggs in here. And you know what I'm thinking? This is definitely not gonna be that normal yellow that we get because it has the whole grain flour. But if it tastes the same, I'm not gonna complain. Tastes the same and it's guilt-free, I'm all right with that. Okay, and then I'm thinking that's it. That is it. Like, how simple is that? Once our crust gets out of the oven, I'm gonna let it cool for, I don't know, 5 minutes, pour it in, and then we're gonna bake this for an extra 25 minutes. I will peek on it more regular because it's the half batch, and I don't know, maybe it'll cook faster. So I'll keep an eye on it, but I will show you the process. Okay, hang tight. Okay, I pulled out the crust here. It's almost done. It's getting pretty golden brown on the edges, and it has to go back in for another 25-ish minutes. This was 20 minutes, and that's what the recipe calls for. So I popped it out. Also, to our little lemon batter. Oh, and by the way, this is smelling at my entire house like beautiful lemons. Oh! So remember how I said it wasn't going to be really yellow because of that because of that type of flour we're using, the whole grain flour. So I have some really nice natural food colorings. Look, you can give it away. Kind of exploded on me. I put a couple drops in here, so look at that gorgeous yellow. Ah! All right, it's been, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes now I've taken it out. Let's pour this batter in here. Oh my gosh, the yellow is awesome. That's cool. And it wouldn't have mattered really to me or my friend if it wasn't yellow, but I had it, why not? All right, I'm going to pop this in for 20 minutes and check it. I think I'm stuck like this all day. Check it and pop it out. You want it to be a little bit jiggly. It sets a lot more when you stick it in the fridge. So I'll be back. Okay, it is out of the fridge. No, I wish I could try it. It's out of the oven and it's really done all the way to here, and then it gets kind of jiggly, but I don't want it done throughout because then it dries out. So you do still want it to be a bit jiggly, and it honestly looks like the consistency of when I do it without swaps, and that bright yellow with the food coloring, I think really did it for it. So I would normally sift over a little bit of powdered sugar. So I'm gonna use that powdered sugar swap and just sift it right over the top. And then I'm going to pop it in the fridge before I slice it up. But how pretty is that? A guilt-free lemon bar. And I will tag Detox Desserts in this post. So if you wanted to go check out their ingredients and what kind of swaps they have and how to use them, go ahead and do that and make yourself some lemon bars. Okay, have a great day, you guys.